When you read about global change, it is often as if Africa was not part of the world. However, things are rapidly changing here. Our strengths go well beyond our natural resources, increasingly reflecting improvements in human development and good governance. Did you know that by 2030, the African population will be larger than China's and India's? In 1960, it was less than 10% of the world. Currently, it is around 15% of the world. And by 2050, it will be roughly 25% of the world. 1 in 4 people will be African. East and West Africa are growing particularly rapidly. Our working age population is also growing. This demographic dividend can coincide with increasing economic dynamism and innovation. The USA and the EU have had declining demographic dividends for a number of years, and even China's is beginning to decline. Africa's demographic dividend is set to increase past 2050. Another variable associated with economic dynamism is urbanization. Africa's urban population will grow from an estimated 41% in 2010 to 55% in 2050. This means that over half of Africa's population will reside in cities. Human development is also on the rise, with education levels continuing to improve over the next 40 years. And communicable diseases such as malaria and HIV and AIDS are rapidly declining. African public health programs will actually need to focus on non-communicable diseases like heart disease and obesity. The burden of these types of diseases will have surpassed that of communicable diseases by 2040. The average African born in 2050 is even expected to live for more than 70 years. Economically, Africa has recently experienced one of the highest GDP growth rates in the world. That's right, in the world. In part due to economic diversification, and let's not forget rapid growth in information communications technology. Yet many questions remain. How will climate change affect the continent? Will regional integration continue? Our future looks positive. Do you still think Africa looks like this? We don't. The African Futures Project is a collaboration between the Institute for Security Studies and the Frederick S. Pardee Center for International Futures. We promote the exploration and identification of trends and policy interventions to advance human development and sustainability. How do we do this? By utilizing the International Futures Model, or IFS. IFS is an integrated computer model that forecasts the interaction of key global systems for 186 countries to the year 2100. It can be used to study demographics, economics, energy, education, infrastructure, health, agriculture, the environment, and politics. With IFS, we are able to think critically about global futures by developing and analyzing possible scenarios. We are interested in 3 main issues: past trends, where trends seem to be going, and framing uncertainty about the future. In our African Futures Briefs, we use this approach to create scenarios of potential change in Africa. What if Africa experienced an end to malaria or a green revolution? What are the prospects for development and peace? The ongoing series examines the impacts of these and many more possible futures. We also work with African policymakers at the local, national, and regional level to establish what kinds of decisions can be made today in order to shape a better world tomorrow. Connect with us online.